I'm here with Jamie Kaler. You're a Navy man.
I am. I was in the year after Top Gun came out. Like, there was never danger in my entire 5 years in. So it was the safest time to ever be in the military. I had escorted tankers in the Persian Gulf, but that was before the Gulf War, and we never for a second thought we were in danger, ever. We go to Hawaii, to the Philippines, over to Thailand, up the coast. We went to Pakistan, Perth, Australia, Diego Garcia in the middle of the Indian Ocean. We came back, we went to Hong Kong. We had a puke board on the bridge. And like people would call in, Jones just puked. Jones on the board. And it was only like, by the end, there was only a handful of us left who had not thrown up. Submarine, probably the scariest thing. You look at the gauge on the bridge and you'd be like, we're 600 feet underwater. 600 feet. I mean, nobody gets rescued from those things. If something happens, it just goes right down. Got off a boat in the Philippines and he came back with a wife of some crazy woman who's like, I love you, you know, and that's a real story. And so these guys are hammered and they have to go bail them out of jail. And I'd kind of seen the world, and it definitely made me miss America. I went to France and London, and I felt like they hated me. Well, and ugly Americans were everywhere, and I tried to be cool, like, hey, I'm not one of those guys. I'm a cool guy American, and they were like, no, you're a dick. I did a USO tour in Japan, and I really love the culture in Japan. I would love to go spend some time in the non-nuclear part of Japan. You start to really open up to people instead of getting in a shell. Get caught up in their own little myopic world where they're just looking at the thing. Instead of opening their eyes and meeting the locals like you and I would, I think other people won't. They'll just go see the touristy places. Where we would go off the grid. I want to get away from the touristy places and see how people live in those areas.